That's a bit strange. Maybe it's a two clapper today. Okay, that one actually worked. Hello YouTubers, a little bit of an error with the sound on this recording, but for those of you that don't know, I'm Cameron Buchan. This is the ambulance, and on top of the roof we have the Lamborghini name yet to be determined. And as you can probably tell from the title, we're heading down south to take part in the Henley Royal Regatta Qualifiers. So let's get into the ambulance and let's get going. And we've made it to just outside Henley. We've got the ambulance parked up behind me. Quite a long drive, isn't that yet? Had a couple of stops just to get the legs stretched out to get moving, but now it's time for some rest, and then we'll have a little bit of a chat tomorrow when we get the boat off the roof, when we get rowing and all that. Oh yeah.
Right, we go straight down here behind the boathouse, behind the red bridges.
So that's a new one for me. Instead of parking on the opposite side or on the normal side of the lake here at Dorney Lake, we're parking on the warm-up side, the warm-up lake side of the lake. For those of you that don't know, there's a little warm-up lake next to the racing lake so that people aren't disturbing the racing crews when they're warming up for big regattas, i.e. in the Olympics. But this time we have the Henley Royal Regatta Qualifiers, and we're getting on the water today just to get prepared for said qualifiers, and also getting some of the, I think it ended up being 7.5 hour drive out of the legs. So getting the Lamborghini name yet to be determined off the roof, and we'll get on the water. Okay, so we're not boating from this side. After all, we're going from the pontoons that we normally boat from. And then on Saturday, like the forms say, we're boating from the warm-up lake. So now let's get onto the pontoon. And we've made it onto the dock. Looks like we're the only ones on the water, Yam Squad. So let's go and enjoy it. And we've made it back to the ambulance. The session itself, pretty good. The water, choppy. But it's good to get out there on the water that I will be doing the Henley Royal Regatta Qualifiers on. And so that brings me to what's going on. As I've said, as you can tell from the title, I'm doing Henley Royal Regatta Qualifiers. I'm going to be attempting to compete in the Diamond Sculls, which is the single scull male event at the Henley Royal Regatta. This year, there is qualifiers, which happens every year before Henley. But this year, as you can tell, it's at Dorney Lake rather than usually it's in Henley-On-Thames on the course. But for whatever reason, this year it's at Dorney Lake and it's a little bit different. So it gives the opportunity for me, I've been on Dorney Lake a few times this year. I've done some time trials, I've done some side-by-side racing. I know the lake reasonably well, I've been on it quite a lot. Whereas at Henley-On-Thames, on the river there, even though I've spent a lot of time on the river, it can be very changeable. So stream, boats on the water, all of that stuff, that can affect your sort of race. But then if I do qualify, touch wood, I'll need to deal with that at race time anyway. But for now, it's a very sort of, there's limited things that can happen on the course. The weather is supposed to be quite similar to today, so quite a brisk wind. The water isn't, there's a couple of patches that are a bit bumpy, but as always, rowing is a rowing sport and you have to deal with the conditions that are given on the day of racing. And so that's pretty much it for this episode, Yam Squad. We'll be doing Henley Qualifiers. We're going to be making another episode on Henley Qualifier Day, which is the 7th of August. So hopefully that'll be enjoyable on that day, and I'll take you through the journey of sort of my preparation on race day and what I'll be going through for the qualifiers. This is the first time I've actually done qualifiers. Usually the events I enter and the crew boats I enter previously, there's usually not enough crews in the event to need qualifying places. This year there are 43 crews in the Diamond Sculls and 8 pre-qualified. So of the 43, 35 are racing here at Dorney Lake on the 7th of August for 4 spaces for the Diamond Sculls to be able to race side by side at Henley Royal Regatta. So for me, a really special opportunity to get out in the Lamborghini name yet to be determined and see how I can do. It's a case of just going out there and trying to go as fast as I can at every opportunity. So, if you do want to keep up to date with the upcoming, hopefully, Henley Royal Regatta episodes, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you didn't enjoy this video, let me know why, and hopefully we can improve in the later videos. And I will see you in said later videos. Oh yeah.